What's going on, everybody? It's Jordan here from Attack on Anime.
I'm Cameron.
And today we're giving you that Twin Star Exorcist episode 4 review. Now, I like this episode for two reasons. One, my man Rokuro is just out there just giving all these demons like the hands. Like, I love his power so much. I love his Exorcist power with that arm. I still want to know if he's going to get a full transformation. That is what I'm waiting to when he finally unlocks all his power. And two, I like the brotherly rivalry, camaraderie between, Rokuro and Ryogo. Like, it's real. Like, I feel that rivalry because I have a brother myself, and that's similar to how we are. Like, we love each other, but we don't, like, express it in public. Like, we're always fighting, but at the end of the day, I'm always gonna have his back. And that's what's seen in this episode, like tying in these real life events, bringing it and animating that. That's what character is about. That's what story is all about. And I appreciate that. And the fact that the whole time Ryogo is telling Benio-sama, like, thank you for bringing Rokuro out again. And I think you're really the key to helping him get back his exorcist attitude and getting back into just, his initial goal of being the #1 exorcist. And Benio-sama is just taking all of this in, and she's learning all his backstory. They secretly started off on a rocky path, but as she knows more about Rokuro, she starts to understand him more and is a bit more accepting towards his antics. And Rokuro is kind of pissed at Ryogo for telling Benio-sama this because he feels embarrassed and he kind of feels out of his place to tell this newcomer all this information, especially about the tragedy that happened with his family. For a minute, Rokuro kind of just resented him for a while. Like, he even tried to disown him. But you know what? That's what little brothers do when they get mad. Like, I did the same thing when I was younger. And I like the fact when Ryogo was handling that big Kagare and he was about to be finished off, the little brother comes in and saves him. Even though they were somewhat mad at each other, he put all that aside and he went to what was important, that's family. And that was a really good, like, story plot device there for me personally.
Yeah, I love this episode so much because not only do we get Rokuro essentially like accepting being an exorcist again and starting to get back into the groove of it, we also see him at his most humble. Like, usually he's like a rock, like he's rock hard when it comes to his personality. But in this episode, he actually, when he found out that Ryogo was in trouble, he literally begged Benio to come help him. Like, was on his hands and knees begging her. And I love her response of, get up, raise your head up. Like, if you're asking me to be an exorcist, that's what I was born to do. Like, if you're asking me to go fight, you don't need to beg. You just need to say the word once, and I'll lend you my power to go and fight. But I also love when he thanks her, and she's just like, she's so caught off by it because one, she's not used to that affection, and after she sees Ryogo and Rokuro, how close they are, because Rokuro essentially says, I don't want to use this power, I hate this power, but I would hate to lose my family even more. And that's real. Like, there's certain things that in everybody's life that you'll hate to do, but this person's life is on the line, so all that is pushed aside, and he's just like, I just want to save Ryogo. And now from this point on, I hope that Rokuro is essentially gonna go out there. He may not fully accept the whole twin star thing, but at least I hope he goes out there and understands that his gift is what he has. And even Ryogo says this is when he's at his coolest. When he's using his power, you can see it. In that fight scene, when he was taking out that giant Kagare, gave that thing the hardest Falcon punch I've ever seen. Like, did you guys see how he literally punched it and it kind of like evaporated? Like, it slowly disappeared as it was just sliding across the ground. I thought that was insane. And of course, Benio coming in, saving Rokuro. I'm starting to see her kind of like essentially surpass him a little bit, because we see throughout this that even though Rokuro is essentially a badass, he's really strong. He still can't handle everything by himself. So seeing him and Benio start that teamwork and seeing them go in a mission together, like, this was so awesome, and I hope we see so much more of this down the line.
I think it's cool how, like, the pacing of the story, they're setting up everything. Like, it started off a bit slow. I just want to see them both at their full powers. Honestly, I wonder what Benio-sama has left. Like, I feel like Rokuro definitely has a higher ceiling and more potential than her. I feel like we've seen much of what Benio-sama has to offer, but she's already, like, not saying she's at her peak. I feel like Rokuru's latent potential could far exceed Benio-sama.
I like to think that when they're starting to do missions together, I think that's going to push her to, like, do better, because essentially at the beginning of the episode she was still thinking about, oh, I made that promise to my brother, like I can't break that promise, I need to become the strongest exorcist. And I feel like up until this point she's had no one to really compare herself to, because of course she's stronger than Ryogo and all the rest, but I feel like when Rokuro is out there, that's gonna push her to do better, because she's gonna be like, I'm not gonna let him outstage me. And I like that character development for her, because it's just showing that she wants to be out there and be better than Rokuro, but how could she be better than Rokuro if he's not there? So I feel like Rokuro is now gonna start being like, I'll start going on a few missions. We all know he's going to start going on more, but I feel like he's going to start slowly getting out there. And we definitely get a hint that that Sasuke type looking dude from last episode from the 12 Guardians, he's going to be in the next episode. I'm interested to see what he's actually going to do, because we all know that he's jealous of Rokuro because Rokuro is the other twin star. But I'm interested to see how is that going to push the story forward, because the twin stars have already been chosen. Is this guy going to come out of nowhere and be like, I challenge you for your right to be the twin star? I'm just gonna be like, I thought the twin star was like a birthright, but I just feel like Rokuro is gonna give him, like I said, a Shoryuken, a Falcon Punch. He's gonna give him something and be like, no.
I can't wait for next episode. I want to see this fight, because that dude was talking crazy last episode, talking about like, is he really fitting to have that title? So I want to see what this dude could do. Like, my expectations are pretty high for the next episode.
So I'm hoping by next week that this will be where we start to see the 12 Guardians start to get introduced, because by episode 5 I'm hoping we got the character development. So let's get to where the meat of this story is going to be, because while seeing them go on missions is cool and all, I really want to see these 12 Guardians, because I just want to see how much power each of these guys has. And I wonder if they're going to eventually fight Arima by the end, because that dude can dispel like enchantments. So I'm really wondering how they're going to be able to take him on, and what is his ultimate goal in the end, because we all know he has other motives.
Well guys, that's all we have for you guys today. Thank you for watching. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe to our channel. Help share us around your friends, other anime lovers, your mother, your dog, everything. And you know, let us know how we did on this review, and you know, comment and discuss with us. If you like Twin Star, let's debate, let's talk about it. So thank you for watching once again, and we'll see you guys on the next review.
Peace.